What is up, everybody? Welcome back to Tea with Publicity. I have an announcement today. I'm just going to cut straight to the chase. I have good news and bad news. The good news is I'm not going anywhere. The podcast is still here. Thank God. The interesting news is that I am no longer going to be working with Barstool. So this might seem kind of random and out of the blue, and it is, but I just want to catch you guys up to speed and let you know why that is and what you could expect moving forward. So first of all, I'm not going anywhere. I did my podcast 200 episodes before I was ever even with Barstool. I'm going to continue to do it now. We did 70 amazing episodes with them. I got to work with some really incredibly talented people, and I wouldn't change that for the world. I think the main thing that it just wasn't working. There was a disconnect there, and between me and them, I think they hired me to be like the female, like the girly girl at the network. And then just to speak candidly, I felt like they weren't utilizing me in that way. And I think they recognized that. And we had very honest conversations about my future there. And they felt like they were holding me back, which was refreshing for me to hear because I felt held back. And I'll just explain to you guys, since I was contracted by them, I couldn't promote other brands. So there was things like when I went to Paris where you guys were like, link your outfits. We want to know what you're wearing. And I couldn't because I'm not allowed to promote other brands. So I wasn't able to do the things I wanted to do and give you guys the things I wanted to give you under those restrictions. And I think for some of their other podcasters, it works out really well because they didn't come from that like influencer life, or they don't give as many recommendations as I do. But my whole brand is based on me recommending things to you guys, books, things to eat, meditations to do, different products to wear, that like it's just for me to share my everyday life with you guys. And I felt like for the last year and a half, I wasn't able to share a lot of my life with you, like the services that I love, or the products that I use, or the makeup or clothing. So there's also other things I want to do. My next goal, my biggest goal in life is I want to be on E! I want to write a book. I want to get my book made into a series, and just all of these things that I could have done, but then they would have owned the rights to my work. And I think we just mutually came to this decision that it wasn't the best fit for me. And I went in there and like, I'm going to get emotional about this part because what upsets me, I think what upsets me the most is that I really wanted to make a change there. And I don't feel like I was given a fair chance to. And like, I think that's what upsets me the most. Like my audience is 90% women. And I'm so proud of that. That's all I want. If it could be 100% women, and including gay guys, like that's just what I want. And I'm so proud of that. And I feel like I really wanted to be the one to go there and make them have an entertainment division like E! Or just like get in the mud and switch things up, and it just didn't happen. And that's okay. I don't regret my time there at all. I think it was such a great year and a half. Also, I was under contract, so my contract is just coming, we're just ending my contract. And I'm not even like, I can't explain it. I was saying to my mom and dad, I was like, I'm not crying because I'm sad because I think this is the best move. I'm just crying because I'm overwhelmed. And I think that any career move is overwhelming. But I'm excited for what is in store for me because there's so much more that I want to do. I still want to go on tour. Like, I still want to come see you guys in Boston, in Chicago, in Philly. Like, I'm doing everything. I'm just going to go back to what I was doing before, which was doing it on my own. And at the end of the day, I'm a born entrepreneur, and that's the way I operate. And I feel like I was operating even within Barstool as an entrepreneur on my own, and I was getting not much help from anyone. And that was kind of the problem too. Like when Erica and I had a conversation, the CEO, she was like, you don't need us. And I mean, I agree. And I gave her pointers and feedback on what I think she could do better moving forward. And she let me know that they're making a lot of changes because she realizes some areas they failed in. And the truth is, by the time that change is made, my contract would have been up anyway. And it just would never had made sense timing wise. And I'm okay with that. I kind of felt like an outcast there, which is weird because it's like a group of misfits. But I just felt like people didn't know what to do with me, because if you're not a female talking about sports or sex, it's like, where do you fit into the mix? And that's kind of how I felt sometimes. And I have so much respect for everyone there. I had a great experience. Everyone was nice, but I think I kind of felt this like the first week I started there. Honestly, I had this pit in my stomach and I was like, I think I need to be at like a female network. And dear media, I am coming for you. I am coming for all the other female networks. My goals in the next few months are to, one, get back to my roots, sharing product recommendations with you guys, and finally telling you about all the clothes that I've been wearing and all the brands that I love. I'm going to continue the podcast week by week. I will continue doing Sunday Scandies, Tame Thursdays, Ask Alyssa, all of that. Nothing is changing as far as you guys are concerned. It's just in my personal life, things are changing. I am really excited to not have the pressure to go into the office, although I really liked it during the pandemic. Things are now open and I'm excited to walk more and go to coffee shops and get out there and just kind of have a little bit of that freedom back. I already feel a little lighter just not having it weigh on me. I'm going to try to get back on TV. I reached out to the Today Show. I want to start hosting more fashion segments with them. My goal is to get on E! News's radar. Tag me in their comments. I want to write my book. Have that become a series. I want to partner with brands. I want to TikTok more frequently. There's so much now that I'm able to do, and I'm thankful for that. And if you guys have any suggestions of things that you love on the pod that maybe were there in the beginning that aren't here now, or the types of episodes that you guys loved, please let me know, because I'm curious. Like, we can keep it the same. I'll keep interviewing people, but at the same time, do you want to talk about dating? Do you want to talk? I don't know. It feels more intimate, first of all, doing this in my house right now. Eventually, once I sign with a talent agency, I'll get back into a studio. But right now, something feels really personal and intimate and nice about this. So I don't hate that. But yeah, I feel like the world is my oyster. I'm excited. The only thing that scares me is obviously you always have money anxiety, where you're just like, oh my God, I'm gonna. And I'm so blessed and fortunate enough that, like, my dad said to me, and I'm so fortunate. So I don't want to come across like I take this for granted, because my parents haven't given me money in years, like 10, no, like 7. And my dad said to me today, he goes, what is the worst that could happen? And I said, I can't afford rent. And he goes, then we'll give you money to borrow. He's like, that, don't worry. And so I know I have a safety net. Hopefully it never gets to that point, because that would be really sad. But in other words, he was just saying worst case scenario, like, you will be okay. And yeah, this all just happened today. It's Tuesday, the day my episodes come out. And I just wanted to record this while these emotions were raw and real. And I'm going to leave it at that. And if I am feeling like there's anything else I want to say, I will pop back on here in a little. Guys, I am back with such a different energy than I had yesterday that I had to hop back on here. And I'm working from home right now. So if you're watching on YouTube, again, ignore me. No makeup. Let me live. I do have better hair today, but it's pinned up at the moment. Anyway, I've had such a crazy 35 hours or so. So all of this went down yesterday. I obviously, as you saw, had mixed emotions, but felt good about it, but, was grieving, just feeling a bunch of different things. And when I was on the phone with my dad and some other people, they were like, take today, take it to yourself, feel your emotions, blah, 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 blah. I'm so happy I didn't listen to any of them, because the truth is, what I needed to do was hit the ground running, and that's exactly what I did. And I just have a new invigorated sense of self. And I just remembered I'm that bitch. I am Alyssa Amoroso. I'm the girl that graduated on a Friday and started her first job on a Monday. I'm the girl that pitched a brand during the pandemic and got my dream job. I'm the girl that's gotten every job she's ever wanted because she hasn't been scared to go after it. And that is the fire that I have. And that is the fire that I've been missing. And it feels so good to have the fire back. So what I did yesterday was reach out to every single contact in the industry to let them know that I am going out on my own. And I had a meeting set up with the manager today. I had a meeting set up with a few different brands. I have a meeting tomorrow. I already signed with a manager, and it's been 35 hours. Because I had been under contract for so long, I was having people, like the most amazing people in the industry, reaching out to me for years, or like a year and a half, and I couldn't work with them because I contractually wasn't able to. So all it took was I sent out a few messages yesterday being like, hey, I'm a free agent, and the one that I wanted me back, and I have an opportunity tomorrow to meet with the brands and potentially negotiate a big deal. So I was like, hey, look, I know this is really soon, but I need you tomorrow. So we have to sign things today. And things are happening, and I feel really good. And I think my family and my sister, they're like, okay, relax. Like, this high is going to fall. And it will. Don't get me wrong. I'm going to come on here in a few weeks and be like, working for yourself, this sucks. Because it does. And you go through ups and downs. But I just don't think I even realized how much of a weight was weighing on me and how much of myself I had lost until I have it back now. And I feel good. I just can't even explain it. I feel lighter. I feel happier. I was so talkative today at the salon. I was walking everywhere, taking the subway, just bopping around, taking calls. And I forgot that so much of what I love about business is being an entrepreneur and doing my own deals and working directly with the brands. And it was really hard for me to be in a position where I was so hands off with that stuff because I like to be hands on. And I'm just feeling really happy right now. I feel now more than ever that this was the right choice, and I feel like really positive things are in my future. So I wanted to come on here and kind of just changed the vibe because I'm feeling good and I want you guys to know that. And like I mentioned a little bit yesterday, let me know what you want to see on the pod. Is it me sitting down with more friends like when I bring Jill on? Or is it me interviewing reality stars? Is it a mix of both? What will this new chapter bring for us? So I love you guys. I just wanted to get on here now that I'm in the best mood ever and just let you guys know that everything, your worth is inside of you. No one else could take that from you. No one else could get in the way of you achieving your goals. You have the power to achieve every single goal that you want to achieve. And all you have to do is believe it, manifest it, and then take action towards it. And I'm a firm believer that manifestation is just wanting something and then having the hard work to go after it. And if you're feeling stuck or you're feeling a heaviness, and I was feeling that way and I didn't know why, and that's the craziest part, it gets better once you identify that problem. So I love you guys. I appreciate you. If there is one thing I could beg of you, like hands and knees, I'm on the floor begging like a little loser. I know everyone's like, rate and review my podcast. It actually matters, especially now that I am going out on my own. It would mean the absolute world to me if you could please rate and review. So if you haven't already, 5 stars, leave a little review. Tell me why you love the podcast, what you want to see. And that will really, really help me now that I am an entrepreneur. I am living the life alone. And I think things are going to be up from here. So I love you guys so much. So much. Ooh, my stomach just made a weird little noise. And I will see you soon.